Hey everyone, I'm Natalie, a 28-year-old fitness trainer. My journey hasn't been easy, but standing here with the keys to my brand new black sedan in hand, I can't stop smiling. It's a car I've dreamed about for years, and finally, it's mine. After a workout session, one of my clients, Elizabeth, approaches me. Wow, Natalie, is that your new ride? Her eyes widen with excitement. I nod, still grinning. Yep, just picked it up yesterday. Took a lot of extra shifts and saving, but it was worth it. Elizabeth gives me a high five. That's amazing. You're such an inspiration, always working hard and reaching your goals. As I bask in this moment of pride, my phone buzzes. It's a text from my mom. Sophie, we need to talk about your sister's situation. Family dinner tonight. No excuses. I sigh, my mood deflating a little. Don't get me wrong, I love my family, but our relationships are complicated. My mom has always been manipulative, my dad enables her behavior, and my sister Hazel, she's the epitome of entitlement. Later that evening, I reluctantly head to my parents' house. The moment I step inside, I feel the tension. There she is, Miss Independent, Mom says, her tone dripping with both pride and resentment. Nice of you to grace us with your presence, Natalie. I force a smile and sit down. During dinner, the conversation inevitably turns to money. Hazel whines about her recent job loss, conveniently omitting the fact she was fired for constantly showing up late. It's just so unfair, Hazel complains. They didn't even give me a chance to explain. I bite my tongue, remembering the countless times I've covered for her or lent her money she never repaid. Then, as expected, my mom chimes in. Well, maybe your sister can help you out, Natalie. You're doing so well with your training business. Surely you can spare some cash. I take a deep breath. I'm sorry, but no. I've worked hard for what I have, and I need to prioritize my own financial stability. The table falls silent. My dad clears his throat uncomfortably while Mom's eyes narrow. That's very selfish of you, Natalie. Family should always come first. I stand my ground. It's not selfish to have boundaries, Mom. I love you all, but I can't keep bailing everyone out. You need to learn to manage your own finances. A few weeks later, I'm at the gym, finishing up with a client when my phone starts buzzing nonstop. It's Hazel. I ignore it at first, but after the fifth call, I finally pick up. What is it, Hazel? I ask, trying to keep the irritation out of my voice. I lost my job, she wails. They fired me for no reason. I take a deep breath. I'm sorry to hear that. What happened? Oh, typical corporate BS. They said I was unreliable or whatever. Can you believe it? Anyway, I need to borrow your car for job hunting. I almost dropped my phone. Wait, what? No, Hazel. I need my car for work. How would I get to my clients? She scoffs. Come on, Natalie. You can take an Uber or something. This is important. I'm sorry, but no, my car isn't up for borrowing. I need it. The line goes dead. I know this isn't over. Sure enough, later that week, I get a text from Mom. Family dinner tonight. No excuses. As soon as I walk into my parents' house, I feel the tension thick in the air. Mom's eyes are narrowed, Dad looks uncomfortable, and Hazel is smirking. Sit down, Natalie, Mom says, her voice cold. We need to talk about your selfishness. I blink, confused. Excuse me? Dad clears his throat. Your sister needs help, kiddo. We think you should let her use your car. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Are you serious? I already told Hazel no. I need my car for work. Mom slams her hand on the table. Don't you care about your family at all? Hazel needs this. And what about what I need? I shoot back. I worked hard for that car. It's mine. Hazel pipes up, her voice dripping with mockery. You're just showing off. You don't really need it. You're so selfish, Natalie. I stand up, my chair scraping loudly against the floor. I'm not being selfish. I'm setting boundaries. I love you all, but I won't let you take advantage of me. What happens next feels like slow motion. Dad stands up, his face red with anger. Before I can react, his hand connects with my cheek in a sharp slap. The room falls silent. I touch my stinging cheek, shocked and numb. In the days that follow, my phone floods with messages from extended family and even some friends. Mom and Hazel have clearly been busy spreading their version of events. How could you abandon your family like that, Natalie? I thought you were better than this. Your poor sister needs help and you're being so selfish. I ignore most of them. I can't help feeling hurt and betrayed. How did standing up for myself make me the bad guy? My phone rings. It's my cousin Ryan, someone I've always been close to. Hey Natalie, I heard what happened. Are you okay? I take a shaky breath. Not really, Ryan. I can't believe they're turning everyone against me. He sighs. I'm sorry you're going through this. For what it's worth, I think you're doing the right thing. Don't let them manipulate you. His words offer some comfort, but I know I need more help. I start seeing a therapist, Dr. Martinez, and begin weekly sessions. It's hard at first, but slowly I begin to see things more clearly. One afternoon, as I leave therapy, my phone buzzes. It's a call from my bank. Miss Natalie, we've noticed some unusual activity on your account. There have been attempts to open new credit cards in your name. My heart sinks. I freeze, remembering all the times my parents had access to my personal information. Oh no, I whisper. I hire a private investigator named Mike to look into it. A week later, he confirms my worst fears. I'm sorry, Natalie. Your parents have been using your identity to open credit cards and take out loans. I feel sick. How could they do this to me? Just when I think things can't get worse, I get a frantic call from Hazel. Natalie, you have to help me, she cries. I'm in trouble at work. They're accusing me of embezzlement. I sigh. Hazel, what did you do? It's not what you think. I just borrowed some money. I was going to pay it back. Before I can respond, my mom calls. Natalie, your sister needs your help. You need to give her the money to pay back what she took. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Absolutely not. This is Hazel's mess. She needs to face the consequences. How dare you? Mom shrieks. After everything we've done for you. I laugh bitterly. You mean like stealing my identity? Yeah, I know about that. There's a long pause before my dad's voice comes on the line. Now, kiddo, let's not be hasty. We're family. We can work this out. No, I say firmly, we can't. If you don't leave me alone, I'll go to the police with everything I know. Mom's voice turns sickly sweet. Natalie, sweetie, think about what you're saying. You wouldn't want to tear this family apart, would you? I end the call, feeling drained but determined. The next day, my best friend Kate came over. I told her everything. Natalie, this is insane, she exclaimed. We need to protect you. Kate had an idea. We set up hidden cameras around my apartment and car. If they try anything, we'll have proof, she said, giving me a reassuring hug. A few days later, while at work, I got an alert on my phone. The camera had detected movement near my car. I pulled up the live feed and my blood ran cold. There were my parents trying to break into it. We'll take it while she's at work, I heard my dad say. She won't be able to prove anything. Mom nodded. It's for Hazel. Natalie owes us this much. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Kate, watching with me, put her hand on my shoulder. Natalie, you have to call the police. Hands shaking, I nodded and dialed. As I waited for the police, a strange mix of sadness and relief washed over me. This was it, there was no going back now. But for the first time in a long while, I felt like I was taking control of my life. They can't hurt me anymore, I whispered, watching the police car pull up on the camera feed. Word spread quickly about what my parents and Hazel had done. Their social circle shrank, and I heard through the grapevine that they were struggling financially now that they couldn't rely on manipulating others. A month later, I got a call from a detective. Miss Natalie, I wanted to inform you that your sister Hazel has been arrested for embezzlement. I felt a pang of sadness but knew it was for the best. Thank you for letting me know, I replied softly. The detective continued, also, we're moving forward with charges against your parents for identity theft. They're facing potential jail time. After I hung up, I sat in silence, processing everything. It was over, but in many ways, the journey was just beginning. I threw myself into my work, expanding my fitness business. I started offering online classes and even opened a small studio. My client base grew, and I found myself busier than ever. One evening, as I was locking up the studio, a new client, Mark, approached me. Natalie, I just wanted to say thanks. Your classes have really changed my life. I smiled, warmth filling my chest. That means a lot, Mark. Thank you. As time passed, I realized I was building a new kind of family. My clients became friends, and my friends became family. We had potlucks, game nights, and weekend hikes. One night, while cleaning up after a gathering, Kate pulled me aside. Natalie, I'm so proud of you. Look at everything you've accomplished. I nodded, a deep sense of peace settling over me. It wasn't easy, but I finally feel free. I've learned that family isn't just about blood. It's about the people who support you, love you, and respect your boundaries. The story of Natalie's triumph over her toxic family comes to an end. But now, I have a question for you. If you were in Natalie's shoes, would you have pressed charges against your parents and sister, or tried to give them one last chance?